it's funny. My producer reached out to me and said, "Okay, who can we get on Monday show?" I was like, Anthony Yarde. Well, I said, yes. Anthony Yarde, 100%, because not only is he like myself, an East London boy, that performance against Beterbiev, we need to discuss it because it was such a fantastic performance. And it's weird, sometimes in a loss, your stock either stays the same or it goes down. Your stock, and you've seen it, Yarde, you've seen all people talking about it, your stock's gone up. How does it feel now that we're, a week and a few days removed? What's the feeling like for you now?
A mixture of emotions, I'm very, very ambitious. The way I see things is not how a lot of people see things, everyone saw him as an underdog in this fight. Maybe call me a bit insane or crazy, but in my mind, I was like, "No, I can beat him. I'm going to beat him." Like, everything was just positive and confident. And obviously, when they don't go your way, that's nice. Going to show who are you as a person. How are you going to deal with it? Is it gonna dent you in any way? Dent your ego? Dent your ambition or anything like that? To be fair, I'm good. I'm inspired by my performance. I know sometimes as well you're caught in a bad situation when you don't know what went wrong. And like every time I've been through like a loss or a lesson or whatever you want to call it, it's like I've learned from it. That's why I feel like each time I get in the ring, people are seeing a better version of me. Yeah. So I just feel like it's onwards and upwards. I'm in good spirits. I'm still laughing and joking. And Tony, again, he's experienced it at the top levels. When we start, all we want to do is get to these levels. We want to get to that top level, be competing, earning decent money. Because people think all boxers earn good money, but they don't. Do you get what I'm saying? Tony's nodding because they don't. So when you get a breath of fresh air, you're starting to earn, you can look after your family, and you're fighting at the best. You're fighting the best people around the world. And again, hopefully, I want to get to that level where I'm beating them easily, And I feel like it's all a work in progress.
I think you're definitely going to be there sooner rather than later, Anthony. I genuinely believe that your performance was brilliant. It really was. I mean, Beterbiev is someone who, when you took the stance you took with him is one of the virtually impossible to beat. I mean, you didn't run from him. You didn't try and give him crazy angles. What you've done is you stood your ground and you made him respect you by hitting him too. And my opinion was that's a crazy tactic to take, but it was amazing. It was brilliant to watch. I mean, I can't remember what round it was. You hit him quite big with a body shot. And I could just see them getting to him. And I thought, you're going to pull this off. But then as he does, it's experience. That kind of level. Only thing that you're lacking is that. And this is what I said to you in the past. You remember me speaking to you after the Kovalev fight, I want you to stay at the level because you belong at that level. And it's only a matter of time before them setbacks turn into wins. And trust me, it will all come to your benefit. It really will. I mean, you should be proud of your performance because, as I say, he's an old dog and he's coming to the end of his tether. He really is, but he's got a couple of magical nights left in him. I believe that was one of his magical nights gone against yourself, and he needed it. He really did, because he took an awful lot of punishment himself. The sharp counter left hooks were absolutely on point. The check hooks, you kept walking them onto them, and he didn't know what to do. He was bamboozled at times. I said in the show before the fight, I said, you have the edge in the footwork and the speed. The only thing down the stretch is, as I say, this experience, but you're getting it more and more and more. Don't be disheartened. Stay at the level, and I get you 100%. You get paid well, but only when the fights are big and when the fights are dangerous. You don't want to drop again. Just make that known. And it's only a matter of time until you're world champion, but I really believe that. So well done, and be very, very proud of your performance.
No, thank you, man. That means a lot to me, man. Thank you for
that.
Anthony, let's go back to the fight. Let's revisit a few. Tony mentioned the body shots. You hit him with a big overhand right as well. It's the overhand right where he was like, okay, and he stumbled back like, whoa. And then you jumped into him. When you've watched the fight back, and I'm guessing you watched it back, you must feel like it's a bit like the Kovalev one, where with Kovalev, you was a couple of punches away from getting him out of there. And I've said that to everyone that would listen. This one, it almost felt like you hit him, but it felt like you didn't want to jump on him because of that experience maybe from the Kovalev, where you knew that there's still a bit left in Beterbiev.
What it was, is again, as Tony's saying, experience plays such a big part in boxing. This guy had over 300 amateur fights.
Yeah.
Winning 290 something of them. Gold medals in European Championship. Like, these guys are so seasoned and experienced in boxing. So they've seen, 9 times out of 10, they've seen everything. And when you've
seen everything.
Absolutely
everything.
You've seen everything. You fought around the world, and Europeans, they fought all the Americans. I've got a very an Americanish kind of style. So these guys, they see it all day long. But the only thing that's going to be different is my mindset. Okay, cool, you've sparred this guy before, you fought this guy before, but these guys ain't got my mentality. I'm going to show you something that...
Anthony, where does that come from? Because I've said that to people as well. I don't know if that comes from your upbringing. I don't know if it comes from Tunde. You know, I speak to Tunde a bit. I know what he's like. Where does that, just that mindset come from? A lot of boxers accused... You think of a lot of boxers now, they say they don't have that, what you've got. Yeah. Where is that from?
God. Because you get what I'm saying? It's unexplainable. I'm a firm believer in God and, you know, how everything runs, and everything just, the universe is perfect as it is. It runs perfectly before that us as humans, we tamper with it or whatever. But I honestly believe it. The only thing that can explain to me personally, if I'm talking to myself, that can explain to me why I don't get nervous. I don't know why I don't get nervous for fights, especially fighting like someone Beterbiev. I was less nervous for this fight than I was for the first Kovalev fight, or even the second Lyndon Arthur fight where lots on the line. I just got a mentality of it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I've worked my arse off in training. I'm doing my best. You know, you start to doubt yourself and you start to have regrets and nerves when you didn't do things you was meant to do. Do you get what I'm saying? So me, I'm like, as I said at the beginning, I'm at this level and I'm competing. I'm not out here getting, you know, beaten up or embarrassed or anything like that. And it's not to say that that's not in the back of my mind that's possible, but what I focus on the possible that's positive. You know, the possibility is I could go out there and knock out this guy first round and change my life. I could go out there and put on a boxing clinic and everyone's like, wow, I didn't know I had that in his locker. And it's like I'm doing little things, so I'm showing little bits of excellence in situations where I shouldn't be showing it in the eyes of the public. But for me, it's now tying that knot, getting everything together and then executing it perfectly on Fight Night. You know what I'm saying?
You'll do more than just show glimpses, trust me. It will all come together. Don't doubt yourself. Don't think it's brilliant what you're saying. You're positive and you want to remain positive on everything that was doing. But them glimpses will soon turn into performances.
Yes.
And they won't be glimpses because the experience will come through. So stay positive. Stay positive.
Definitely.
I'd also like to say, I know Tunde gets a lot of stick from all kinds of people. What he done there was saved you for the right time. And a lot of trainers, Anthony, get brave. And believe me, it can be the most dangerous thing of any trainer can do. And I just want to give him the credit he deserves because, fortunately for me, I got saved. 2 referees have saved my life. One against Adonis Stevenson, and the second one against Usyk when I climbed off the floor. You're fortunate enough you didn't get put in the position where you're asleep on your feet. I've been asleep on my feet and I've been asleep standing up twice in my career, and he done an amazing thing there because he knows you as well as anybody knows you. I give him so much credit, man, and yourself, because listen, you want to fight on. I can see it in your eyes. You're just like, I want to keep going. I get it.
It was there.
Your time is gonna come. I genuinely believe your time will come. So just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you, bro. And even to me as well, it was like I had to process everything quickly. Do you get what I'm saying? Because everyone was like tapping my shoulder saying you should be proud of yourself and yourself. Because I'm so ambitious, I'm like, brother, I've got this thing inside of me. I could have, I've watched fights like Corrales against who's it? Castillo. Do you remember that fight?
Yeah.
Where he got dropped however many times and out of nowhere, but I feel like I've got that kind of thing. Do you get what I'm saying? So I was like, he got brave and he might have just started walking in and I could have caught him. I've had all these things go through my mind and I said to myself, you know what? If I had to choose, cool, take the loss on the record against someone like Beterbiev, there's no embarrassment. Or fight on, and then the possibility is I could have got hit with a big shot that changes everything.
Everything.
And I'm saying, so I even had a conversation today. I went back to my where I grew up, like part of Forest Gate, and I saw one of the older boys, and he was just like to me, "Bro, are you not upset with your corner?" And I was like, "Bro, wait, if you've boxed before, I'm one of the one in there feeling the bricks because that guy hits hard. I'm the one feeling the bricks. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm the one taking like the punches. And I'm sure if it was the other way around, and his corner has never seen him in that situation before, or you know they've been hit with big shots before, and they just like they shake them off and keep walking forward. When you start seeing someone's legs dip or whatever, you know your fighter. Yeah, cool. We can live to fight another day.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not, there's no regrets, no nothing. Everything about the whole situation for me is just positive. I'm just being disciplined, because you know you got to have discipline to get yourself in the gym, but you also got to be disciplined in knowing when to chill. Now I got stitches I got to get taken out. They said to me, "Don't really get it wet." I'm listening. I'm itching to get back in the gym. That's just what I'm like.
I love it. I love the mindset that you've got. You know, it's crazy. You spoke in the change room after. Like everyone else, and I'm not going to mention names, but some people win world titles the easy way, right? There's an easy route.
Yeah.
You've had to go to Russia and do a Rocky 40.
Mad.
Now you get Beterbiev.
Mad.
You're in a division which is just frightening. Over the last 10 years, to win a world title in that division, it's either Kovalev, it's Andre Ward, it's Bivol, it's Beterbiev. Yeah. It's not easy.
It's mad. It's like, sometimes this is what it is about life as well. Yeah, sometimes people like they feel so hard done by. But I say to them, who owes you anything? That's just my mentality. I'm like, no one owes me nothing. I'm thankful enough that I've got to this level, and I believe wholeheartedly, just like Tony saying, I believe 100% I'm going to win a world title. I feel like I'm going to be unified champion at some point. I just got to stay and stick to what I'm doing. Every performance has been better. On the big set, I've showed that I can perform under the lights. I feel like that's when I'm at my best. But people seem to think, I wish I had it easier. You know, I wish, some people get it easy. They're in a certain weight division, which is, it's not really thriving at the time. They win a world title, they make a lot of money. I don't even want that route. You get what I'm saying? As 50 Cent said, joy wouldn't feel so good if it wasn't for pain. Do you get what I'm saying? I live by that. It's like a code. I don't know where I grew up here. It's like the best situations happen through like chaos. Do you get what I'm saying? Like a chaos situation will happen. Everything seems so bad, and then cool, you get a break. You might win £10 on the lottery. You get a little scratch card. You might win £10. You're like, oh my god, can't believe I won £10. So it's like you're appreciative of everything, and I'm one of them people. I'm so appreciative of everything. Like being in that situation, when I walk out and I see all the lights, I'm looking, I'm saying, I'm actually here. Like these people are here to watch me. I can't believe it. So let me go out there and throw the kitchen sink. Let me give it everything. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the kind of personality I've got.
Yard, I need you to promise me one thing, please. I need
go on.
I need it. I need for the culture. I need you versus Boatsi. I need it.
It's going to happen. It has to happen.
Need it.
It has to happen.
When do you think, Ant? What are you looking at? When are you looking at the date next? I'm sure.
Do you know? Honestly, to be honest, this is what I'm saying. You got a management. You got your trainer has a say. Yeah. You have a say. They offered me the Boatsi fight for the first time ever. I have to put this out there. When it got announced that I was fighting Beterbiev. Before that, there was no talk of we're actually going to fight. We just kept saying it's a future fight. That's a big fight. Like we want to be, maybe one of us will be world champion at the time or whatever. But it's still a big fight. Again, he's still undefeated. He's a couple years behind me in terms of turning professional. He's got a lot more experience than me. And if you count the amateurs, but I've had more. I feel like I've had better performances. I fought bigger opponents, and I honestly feel like I'm the better fighter. It will be an excellent blockbuster fight, and for me, it has to happen. We've spoken as well, face to face. We've spoken personally, like away from camera. We both actually want the fight. You get what I'm saying? But we're a bit. We've seen things in the past, like Lawrence Okoli against Chamberlain. They could have helped each other so much more. I thought they'd done it a bit too early.
Yeah,
a little bit too early.
Do you think it has to be for the world title, or do you not? Is that
no?
No.
Like, it don't have to be for a world title. It's just that I feel like we both got our careers, and with that situation, it's like if I fought Boatsy now and I beat him, I feel like it will stop his trajectory a little bit. With me, my most damaging defeat was against the Lyndon Arthur. Split decision. I was so upset about that because I'm like, I know this guy's not as good as me. When I analysed myself, I was like, I shouldn't even have been in the ring. I was going through too much, etc. But in terms of ability, there's no way on this planet that someone like Lyndon Arthur should have even beat me. I know everyone had their different views, saying he's got a masterful jab or whatever, but I know myself. And half of what I've got to offer, the world hasn't even seen yet. That's probably why some people are so surprised by how I'm performing against someone like Beterbiev. Because obviously I'm with myself every day in the gym. Like, I was sparring James Gill when I was like a 10-fight amateur, sparring Chris Eubank Jr. when I was like a 10-fight amateur, and I was holding my own against these guys. So as I know my ability, and as again, I'm just eager to show it to the world. But again, all in good time.
All in good time indeed. Yarde, look, we appreciate you coming on. Honestly, fantastic performance. As I said at the start, someone's stock can rise in a defeat, and your stock right now is through the roof. And I think Tony mentioned this. Hopefully now it's a case of, and I'm going to message Tunde about this, stay there. Stay there at that level, because you're there. You're there, whether it be Joe Smith, Marcus Brown, Callum Smith, Watsy, whatever. You're right there, and I want you to stay there because you are a future world champion, and you are representing East London as well at its absolute finest. So congratulations. As soon as the stitches get out, go on holiday, treat yourself, spend some money, and enjoy
It's needed. It's needed, man.
Take care, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. I'll be back on anytime you need me, man.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Yarde.
Take it easy, brother.
God bless. God bless.
Sweet.
Love.